Hey everyone, Chelsea here at A Nourished Life. I am sitting in the van. We just got back from Costa Rica yesterday. That was a pretty awesome trip. We definitely hope to be going back. We got to meet my brother and sister there, and I haven't seen them since like November, so it was really great to spend some time with them and do a little bit of adventuring outside of the country. So we're back, and I wanted to answer a question that I've gotten a lot, and it's why are we living in a van and where are we going? What are we doing? Mainly the reason why is we wanted to explore, and we wanted to see what else was out there. We're both from New England. We were born and raised in New England, and we wanted to just get out and see more of the country. And we had driven from Maine to the Florida Keys previously when we had our RV, and we were ready to try going west and see what was out there. We had only been out to California once before, and we really loved it. We spent a lot of time in Yosemite when we were there last time, and we fell in love with that. The outskirts of Yosemite, there isn't a ton going on, but inside the park, we really fell in love with it. But we decided that we weren't really living the way we wanted to back in New Hampshire, and the winter season for two people who love being outside in warm weather and seeing the sun, we weren't really fulfilling that. And my husband does construction and landscaping, and that basically shuts down in the winter. So it was just time for a change, and it was a big change. We both had to sell our businesses or close some of them. Yes, we had more than two. It's a bit crazy. And the other reason why was we wanted to slow down. Running businesses, we were both helping each other out with what we were doing, and it was just time to stop and try and enjoy life. The season is so short back in New Hampshire, the outdoor season anyway, and it was it's basically you work every day through that season, and then you have complete downtime. And we tried to fill that space with snowshoeing and skiing, and the winters haven't been super great for those activities outside. So it's cold, it's freezing in the winter, and there's a lot of ice and gray skies, and for us the sun is super important. So that's one of the big reasons why we chose to head out on the road. The other reason why is we've lived in some pretty crazy spaces. We built our own tiny house, lived in that. We've lived in an RV, and now we've decided to go the smallest we have ever, which is in our converted van that we built this past late fall. It's been great. It's been an excellent tool for getting out in the world and seeing what's out there. There's a lot of things that you hear about in the country that you just hear them and they go through your mind, and then they're gone. But to see it firsthand has been a true eye-opener. One thing I think that is a little bit disheartening to me is seeing all of this land, billions of acres of it, going towards big agriculture industry. And for me, that's really sad, because I don't believe in consuming meat and dairy products, and most of our land here in the U.S. is tied up in that industry. I've seen it firsthand, I know, and I see what's going on, and it's really sad, and I'm grateful to be opened up to that, but it makes me want to do more. It makes me want to teach more about what's going on, and hopefully create a movement and change where people are choosing to go more plant-based. So that's been a driving force for me as a nutritionist on this trip. So you'll be seeing more information and more posts and more articles from me there on those particular topics, just because I feel so strongly about them, and I feel like we've been so blindsided with the media and what we're told is right and wrong, and really the truth that's kind of been shoved under the carpet is we need to be consuming plant-based foods, fresh foods, that do not include such a high intensely processed product. I think about it every day, everything that I see driving, and we've even pulled over and stopped and stared at the feedlots that go forever, and looked at the barns where there's cows and chickens and pigs just sitting inside, and they never see daylight. And it's really sad. A lot of the corn and the wheat that we're growing and the soy, that's all for big agriculture. It's not for us humans to eat. It's for the animals so that we can eat the animals. It blows my mind. I can't even really describe to you how wild it is, being present and seeing it in front of you. It's one thing to see it on TV and read about it, and then when you're actually in front of it and smelling it and looking at it, it's mind-boggling. But yeah, basically this trip has been, or this lifestyle change has been to slow down. We built this van. We wanted to do that. My husband's super creative. We're both very constructive people. So live in the van and just see where we land and see where it takes us. We're kind of on this crazy journey of not having such a chaotic, hectic lifestyle. So this is kind of our transition into that, and to just figure out where we want to be and go from there. So hopefully you will continue to follow A Nourished Life. You can check out the blog posts, and I'm still doing nutrition consultations via Skype, and that can be booked on my website at anourishedlife.com. Feel free to ask me any questions. My email is anourishedlife.us@gmail.com. And, any health concerns, I will be glad to help you. If you have any cool topics that you'd like information on, I'd be more than happy to share with you. I'm working on, as well, some vegan recipes. I'm not too sure how I'm going to reveal those just yet. A lot of you have seen my menu, our nightly menus that I've been cooking up here in the van, which is pretty challenging sometimes, cooking fresh food here in this little tiny space on a camp stove. But I got to figure out how I'm gonna unveil that. I've had a lot of questions about that, so that's still in the works. Again, anourishedlife.com. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Give this a big thumbs up, and I will continue to share my nutrition knowledge with you. Thanks, everyone.